really important. And
Yeah.
Ted Slaburski, for those out there listening, he teaches such an incredible class. You know, he knows the business better than anyone in this business, you know, like, and you really need a critical understanding of that to know, where do I fit, you know, like, and that will change, you know, I mean, physically, mentally, emotionally, but like right now, what agents am I right for, you know, and like, what casting directors am I right for? I see so many people go to one-on-one and just, I did this, like, meet with everyone and go to these things and get nothing. You really got to work the system, not let the system work you. Know who you're right for. Know what they're casting. When you're going to you know, the showcases, meet with people that you're right for. Don't meet with the big people. That's, you know, and don't compare yourself to your stupid friend who showed up at one-on-one the first time and got signed by the biggest, like, fuck them. You know what I mean? Like,
and Ryan, with doing that in the way that you have, I know that you do research. Are you on IMDb Pro and you saying what's shooting in New York? Who's casting in New York?
100%.
Yeah.
Like, can you walk me? Because it's so hard to turn that into the business mindset. Can you walk us through, like, how are you negotiating? Like, okay, this person cast this agent has these people. They represent people like me. Da da da. Okay, I'm so right for Blue Bloods and put a cop uniform on me. So I need to know who's casting these, where they're doing it. Can you kind of walk us through that little nitty gritty that you do? Yeah.
Rachel Brosnan was like one of the first people I met when I moved to New York City, and she's a close friend. And she gave me some of the best advice when I was starting. I was like, you know, you really got to know everyone. Like, it should be your job to know stuff before other people do. You know, like, read the trades every day. I'm talking not just Deadline, like the Hollywood Reporter, Variety. Go on there. If you see a name you don't know, go on IMDb Pro. Look it up. There's a Twitter account that actually usually is like for people that like want to see stars, called OLV is the name, but it stands for On Location Vacation. And it has a list of everything that's shooting. So for people that are fans of things, they can go like in kind of a creepy way, stalk it out. But what I use that for is like, okay, what's shooting? Let me go on IMDb Pro. Who's casting it? Who's the casting assistant? Let me look at one-on-one. Am I right for this show? Oh, they're doing a panel at night. Let me go spend my money meeting the casting assistant versus the casting director, because that adds 2 more zeros to the amount you're going to spend. And meet with the things you're right for. You know what I mean? That are casted.
Right. That's
you
so
need to
key.
know.
That's so
and
key.
Like, there are ways of doing it, and I'll get in trouble for saying this, but like, for your friends that do get auditions, sometimes an agent will attach the other roles that are in the breakdown when they send you your role. Not every agent does this, and I'm navigating a gray territory. But if you have a close friend that's getting auditions for, especially more for anything, because this is where most actors get their start on the procedurals, ask them if they'll send the email to you. So if you see, like, you know, we need a 28-year-old pottery artist who has 3 lines, or, you know, a 30-year-old Hispanic whose family is first generation and is telling the cops in the scene, you see that role, like, fortune favors the bold. You know what I mean? Like, I have done everything from postcarding to cold emailing. Like, there is nothing I haven't done. And you got to be careful. Don't be a creep and don't be annoying, you know? But, like, if you are right, and you have, this is where the self-awareness comes in. If you are right, they'll thank you. You know what I mean? More so now than ever, I give this advice because I have very complicated feelings on self-tapes, you know? How do you meet someone now? You know, like, and I don't think it should be for pay for play. It used to be you would go in that room, and even if you didn't get the part, at least you met them. And even if, like, you know, more so you didn't get the part and your interpretation was wrong, if they gave you an adjustment, they say, oh, Tomas and Lexi can take notes well, you know, and you stay in their mind. Now it's kind of turned into this Bumble thing where, like, you know, before you said you get no feedback. It's like, at least when you went in, you knew that, like, you could feel an energy. All right, I'm not getting that, but they saw I could take that adjustment, or they liked what I did, So now it's really tricky, and you need to go to war. And if you're going to war, you need to I don't mean go to war and go on a battlefield with an axe. Be the guy, not the cat. I don't mean this in a coward. Be the guy on the mountaintop that's watching everyone battle, right?
Right.
And know who all the players are. Oh, that's that. That's that. Know their strengths and weaknesses. Know what they're casting. Know what actors are doing what. Know what manager reps who. Because a lot of people think, if they go on a roster and they see people that look like them, they're never going to sign me.
Mm-hmm.
The inverse is often true, because if that person is working and they're successful, they're often getting offers, or auditions, and their clients booked out. So they might need you, what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a key,
Yeah, I love that zoomed out approach, that image you described of being on the mountain and kind of just observing. It feels so much more powerful to me than just doing these small little aggressive actions, taking a zoomed out perspective. Tomas and I talk about the idea of surrender sometimes on the podcast, and surrender kind of has this weird connotation that surrender means give up, but we discussed that surrender means giving up old ways of doing something, surrendering to how you're